Hey, what's going on? Good evening, everybody. This your girl Tiffany coming through here live in effect. So tonight, I just want to give y'all a recommendation, book recommendation, and I'm gonna be starting doing this more often. So I have given out some book recommendation before, but I'm gonna make it a habit. All right. So one of the books recommendation that I want to recommend you guys to read on your own time, on your own leisure, is a book by Carl Sagan, which is called The Cosmos. All right. So in this book, and I have it because I checked it out from the library. So that's why you don't see me cover it up. Okay. This is the book. This is what the book look like right here. Okay. So I checked this out from the library. When I read the book, I thought it was great so far because there's a lot of information that's very intriguing and it makes you think. So the book itself really deals with the cosmos, which we know that deals with the stars, the planet, the sun, galaxy, etc. Right? And also in this book goes into the concept about evolution and it talks about DNA, whatnot. Now, just to give you a little background history about Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan was a theoretical physicist, right? He was a physicist. However, not only he was a physicist, but he also studied about spirituality and science and how they intertwine with each other, and you cannot separate the two from one another because science complements spirituality and spirituality complements science on various levels. Okay, on various levels. So I want to give you an example where he wrote in this book real quick. All right, so let me show you what he talks about in this book. Um, so he says our ancestors were eager to understand the world, but had not quite stumbled upon the method. They imagined a small quantity universe in which the dominant force were gods like Anu, Ea, and Shamash. All right. So those deities are Sumerian gods, gods from Sumer. All right. So today Samaria will be located in the Mediterranean area. All right. Okay. So, anyways, he goes on to say, in that universe, humans played an important, if not a central role. We were intimately bound up with the rest of the nature. And the treatment of toothache with second-rate beer was tied to the deepest cosmological mysteries. So he goes on to say this. Today we have discovered a powerful and elegant way to understand the universe, a method called science. It has been revealed to us a universe so ancient and so vast that human affairs seem at first sight to be of little consequence. We have grown distinct from the cosmos. It has seemed remote and irrelevant to everyday concerns, but science has found not only that the universe has a reeling and aesthetic grandeur, not only that it is accessible to human understanding, but also that we are, in a very real and profound sense, a part of the cosmos. Born from it, our fate deeply connected with it, the most basic human events and the most trivial trace back to the universe and its origins. This book is devoted to the exploration of that cosmic perspective. So basically, that means that our predecessor is the stars, is the sun, right? The moon, all of that. Those are our predecessors. Those are our ancestors before human life exists, before animal life had exist, before other organisms came on this planet. That's what was all available, right? So in a way, we have that connection with those cosmos. Now, I personally, this is me talking, I personally believe that we are celestial beings. I believe that when we pass away or when we transition off this planet, that we're gonna turn to celestial beings, meaning that we're gonna go back into the cosmos. That is my belief. All right. Now, I don't have enough evidence to validate it, but that's just what I'm thinking because I think that if we're connected with the cosmos, we're going to return back to the cosmos. Right. So we have to understand that our ancestors are the cosmos. Okay. Before human life came into existence. All right. And there's another information in this book that I want to share with you guys also, which is why I say it's a great recommendation. Um, Give me one moment because there's something in this book that I want to share with y'all. And I think that you guys will find it very interesting. All right. So he also says a galaxy is composed of gas and dust and stars, billions upon billions of stars. Every star may be a sun to someone. Within a galaxy are stars and worlds, and it may be a proliferation of living things and intelligent beings and spacefaring civilization. But from afar, a galaxy reminds me more of a collection of lovely found objects, seashells, perhaps, or corals, the production of nature laboring for eons in the cosmic ocean. Mm. And then, if you go up a little bit further in the paragraph in this book, he goes on to say, the earth is a place. It is by no means the only place. It is not even a typical place. No planet or star or galaxy can be typical because the cosmos is mostly empty. The only typical place is within the vast, cold, universal vacuum, the everlasting night of the intergalactic space, a place so strange and desolated that by comparison, planets and stars and galaxies seem achingly rare and lovely. If we were randomly inserted into the cosmos, the chance that we will find ourselves on or near a planet would be less than one in a billion trillion trillion. In everyday life, such odds are compelling, worlds are precious. All right. So again, this book is very fascinating to me. And I think that for anybody, especially for those who are into astrophysics or astronomy or whatnot, I would suggest to check out this book about by Carl Sagan. If you are into physics, period, yeah, you need to check this book out. It's it's very prevalent, and it's pretty much important, because it's dealing with science. And as I said, Carl Sagan himself was a theoretical physicist, but he was also very spiritual. So he knew how to intertwine spirituality and science together and make some sense out of both. All right. But anyway, that's all I wanted to give you guys for tonight. I appreciate you all watching. And make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and share my channel. And again, here's the title of this book right here. All right. That's the title. All right. So I checked this book out from the library. And you could probably go to your local library and check it out for yourself. Or you could order this book on Amazon. Or you can get an ebook and read it. But yeah, I think it's very fascinating. You guys will find it very intriguing to read something like this. And also study about the pre-science, okay, or what is called proto-science. Study about the origin of science in its pre-era before it got into the modern time period. Study how science was viewed by our ancestors, by the human ancestors, period, and how they went about studying what we call today science before it became that terminology. All right. So again, a lot of, and Neil deGrasse Tyson says it the best. He says it the best. He said our ancestors were scientists. Wait a minute. Our ancestors were scientists and nature was their laboratory. Our ancestors were scientists and nature was their laboratory. Mm. Now, isn't that deep? That's something deep. That's what Neil deGrasse Tyson said. Our ancestors were scientists, and nature was their laboratory. Just something to think about. Let me see. Someone put absent of evidence is not evidence of absent. Absent of evidence is not evidence of absent. So I get what you're saying, and I'm gonna post this comment up right here. So basically, what that means is that we just don't have enough information to prove the evidence. That doesn't mean that the evidence is not there. It's just it has not been discovered. Basically, is what this person is saying. So this person put up the quote by Carl Sagan: "Absent of evidence is not evidence of absent." Meaning that basically, just because we're not able to find evidence doesn't mean that it's not there. It's just not enough technological resources or information to be able to come across it right away. So it has to be so technology has to be advanced for us to find those evidence that's been missing. Basically, that's what the quote means. All right. Okay. So that doesn't mean that there's no evidence. It means that the evidence has not been discovered. That's all it means. The evidence have not been discovered. So I'm just breaking it down to you guys. Yep. Yeah. That's all it is. So the evidence is there, it just have not been discovered. Same way it's like when during the time when the technological advance of DNA came into existence around the late 80s, early 90s, right? It wasn't that DNA evidence was not around, it's just that it was not discovered at that time because scientists, forensic scientists, especially or biologists, they didn't have enough technological advance to find out DNA information to be able to come up with the clues or come up or solve a problem, whatever the case it was, especially when it come down to crime, right? So they didn't. So at that time, forensics did not have enough scientific evidence, right? They didn't have the technological advances to get the information. So therefore, a lot of cases went cold. But when DNA testings came about, it made it a lot easier for forensics to be able to discover information and be able to solve the mystery of a crime, right? So, but anyways, y'all, I don't want to hold y'all up for too long. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe, peace and power, elevation. And shout out to J Man Hope. I appreciate that comment. Thank you so much for that quote. And I hope you guys gain something out of it. Y'all be safe. And until next time, peace and power. And I will connect with you all later. All right. Make sure you guys check out all my previous videos and like and subscribe to the channel if you really want to support it. All right. Thank you.